Okay, so this week is our first test. The test will be Friday morning. It's back in room FP8, which is the same room that we met in for the orientation. This week, the only thing you have is to complete the Chapter 2 journal and the Chapter 3 journal and study and prepare for the test. I gave you a few things to think about on the homepage for the course. So you'll see here information that you need to be aware of. There will be linear inequalities. You will need to be able to graph them, and then you'll be able to choose between representing the solution set using interval notation or set builder notation. There will be a word problem on the test, and you'll have to assign your variables and write the final answer in the form of a sentence with proper units. You will need to know the formula for slope. So make sure that you are aware and memorize that formula. There aren't a lot of formulas you have to memorize in this class, but that is one of them. You'll need to be able to write the equation of a line, but you'll have the choice between using slope-intercept form or using point-slope form, and it will be completely up to you. You should be aware of the relationship between parallel and perpendicular lines and how you go about determining whether lines are parallel or perpendicular. There's a study guide. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, you will see a study guide that covers the Chapter 2 material that you should be aware of, Chapter 3 material you should be aware of, and then a group of questions that are going to look like what you're going to see on the test. Okay, there should be no surprises on the test. There are no trick questions. And if you can do these problems, you should be in pretty good shape. The solutions to the study guide are at the very bottom. Again, one of the things that you have to do this week is the Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 journal. Get started, and if you have questions, take a picture, send me an email, let me see what it looks like, and I'll give you any suggestions that I might have. To find the course material for the journals, you're going to go into the modules, scroll down, here's the Chapter 2 journal, and the Chapter 3 journal, and again, this is the material that you owe. So for the Chapter 3 journal, here are the glossary terms you need to define. Here are the methods you need to work through, and you know, the idea that you should have in your head is if a friend came to you and said, how do I graph a linear equation using the intercepts? You would say to them, first find the x-intercept. You do that by setting y equal to 0 and solving for x. Then find the y-intercept. You do that by setting x equal to 0 and solving for y. Plot the two intercepts that you find and draw the line that connects the dots, right? So it's step-by-step instructions, just like you would explain it to your friend. And then you're going to see problems at the bottom for you to do. And there aren't too many. This is what, 10, 11 problems for you to work on. Okay, start your journal early. You don't want to be cramming until midnight trying to get your journal done. Once you have it done, scan it and upload it into the submission area the same way that you've been doing with your group work. And I will see you on Friday. If you have any questions, send me an email. I will more than likely be on campus at least on Tuesday next week, and I will email everyone and let you know when you can expect to see me and where you can find me. All right, email me if you have any questions.